How do you sort out the so-called jargon from real-world practices that work? Do the members of your organization find some business or technology advice utterly confusing? Welcome to Real Talk with Sam Holcman. In this program, we set the record straight, and in terms that business people and technology people can understand. Now, here is your host, Sam Holcman.
Welcome to this edition of Real Talk. I'm Sam Holcman, and the topic for today is, what is business architecture? What actually is business architecture from a definitional standpoint and something that stakeholders can understand and actually want to achieve and to have in their organization? So let's take a look at the definition. And when I say this is a working definition, it's both for the stakeholders and for the business architect. So let's begin. Business architecture is explicitly representing. Let me stop there for a moment. The word explicit is extremely important. What we need to think about when we think about business architecture is what we refer to as human consumable. Human consumable. Now with that, there are some constraints and guidelines that we'd like to add there. It is an imperative in today's world that we get somebody's attention in business architecture, and this number is real, in about 47 seconds in studies that have been done by universities and verified in the field. 47 seconds. We need explicit representations that are human consumable. Continuing on. Two things we need. We need the desired state, and we begin with the desired state first, not the as is. Where does the organization want to go? And then the as is state. And from that, we can build a pathway or a roadmap or a series of capabilities to get us there. So let me repeat at this point. Business architecture is explicitly representing an organization's desired state and as is state. Now, how are we going to do that? Through a set of independent, non-redundant artifacts. One fact in one place, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. The objective is, what are the full set of artifacts that we need, the elements, but no more and no less. Back in a moment.
Virtual Business Architecture Services from the Business Architecture Center of Excellence will provide you with the expertise of our consulting services remotely so you can achieve your goals quickly, efficiently, and economically. Using our business architecture methodology, complemented by our full BACOE practitioner support, we will help you achieve the same great results without any travel at a reduced cost. Please visit bacoe.org/virtual-BA for more information.
We're talking about business architecture and defining it. So before our break, we began the definition. And to repeat, business architecture is explicitly representing an organization's desired state and as-is state through a set of independent, non-redundant artifacts. Continuing. Then we define how these artifacts relate with each other within your organization. For example, what processes do you need to achieve your goals? What business events actually trigger those processes into actions? What skills, talents, roles do we need to perform those processes? And there's a few others of those. So defining how these artifacts interrelate with each other. And from that, we are going to develop, not declare, develop a set of prioritized, aligned capabilities. Business architecture develops capabilities. They're not declared. They're not an input to business architecture. They're actually the results of a solid business architecture approach. So the business architecture will develop prioritized, aligned capabilities needed to meet the organization goals. And then once again, we need to communicate that to stakeholders to advance the organization from its as-is state to its desired state. So, complete definition, business architecture is explicitly representing an organization's desired state and as-is state through a set of independent, non-redundant artifacts, defining how these artifacts relate to each other, and developing a set of prioritized, aligned capabilities needed to meet the organizational goals, communicate that understanding to stakeholders to advance the organization from its as-is state to its desired state. Need help in business architecture? We are here to help you. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk. Be sure to join your host, Sam Holcman, again for another edition of our program. We'll have more real topics of discussion then.